InQuizitive is an adaptive quizzing tool built like a game. Students wager points on each question, which motivates them as they learn. Additional game-like elements, including sound effects, the use of levels, and bonus points, can be found throughout InQuizitive. Interactive questions and answer-specific feedback make InQuizitive much more dynamic than homework assignments students are used to, and promote an active learning environment.
The first time I heard one of the developers of InQuizitive describe it as game-like, I have to admit, a little part of me died on the inside. Because I was raised on video games, and every time I hear something educational described as game-like, it usually turns out to be pretty bad. But what works with InQuizitive is that it's not trying to make learning fun. It's not hokey in that way. It's taking game design principles and applying them to an assessment platform in a way that really works for my students. What works in a game is that you might die, you might fail over and over, but you keep getting better at it, and the game has subtle ways of making you better at it. Well, InQuizitive does the same thing. Student gets a question wrong. The feedback tells them this is why you've got it wrong, this is how you get better at it, and then it lets them continue to work on that concept until they master it. And believe me, some of my students, they work on those concepts for a while.
So in my experience as a teacher, there are two pressures facing all of us today. One is we need to have our students succeed, so there's a total emphasis on student success. And the other one is to make our course materials affordable for students. And InQuizitive really relieves both of those pressures. For the price of a couple of movie tickets, you get InQuizitive, which students have told me they really enjoy because it's a much more gentle way for them to learn the material.
My biggest problem in all of my classes, and I think it's one that most professors out there can sympathize with, is that my students don't do the reading. Or if they do the reading, they do it like 3 nights before the exam, which is not conducive to good class discussions, and it's not really conducive to learning the material. InQuizitive has definitely solved that problem for me, and I've definitely seen the benefits in my discussion boards in my online classes. Because now students are actually coming to these discussion boards with the foundational knowledge that they need to have a productive and meaningful discussion.
Students say InQuizitive is easy to use, that they like the game-like elements, and that it helps them come to class better prepared.
Before, you used to have 1 or 2 students who were keeping up with the reading, and they were carrying the whole discussion while everyone else was using the discussion board to learn the material they should have known before we even started. Now, everyone's coming in with that foundational material, and so we're really able to get into the hows and the whys, instead of just going over the what and the where and the who.
Over 600,000 students have answered 135 million questions at more than 1,000 institutions. With its responsive design, InQuizitive is incredibly convenient and can be accessed by any student, anywhere, on any device.
One of the other benefits I've seen from InQuizitive is that exam scores in my classes have gone up, and in particular, the written portions of exams are much stronger than they used to be. In each of my classes, I do a comprehensive final exam that's essay-based, and those have really improved. Students seem to be retaining material throughout the semester, and they're much better able to integrate it than they used to be. I credit a lot of that to InQuizitive because they're spending 45 minutes to an hour every week doing these assessment activities that are asking them to be more interactive, that are asking them to draw these connections across concepts, and that the students are really enjoying and that they're looking forward to doing.
To learn more about InQuizitive and try it for yourself, go to inquisitive.wwnorton.com.